Try to spend the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Looking like a money back. Money back.
Get out of my way. It's the coach, and this is the 2018 season on EA Sports. Coming up, bruising runner Leonard Fournette, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the new...
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. The 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now the return, Rashad Green. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well. When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up. Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that. Agreed. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win. So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Looking back to Leonard Fournette's rookie campaign, over 1,000 yards rushing. And coming into the league, some people saw this kid as an ex-Adrian Peterson. What can we expect from him going forward? I like the comparison because of the size, the strength, the speed. I think he catches the ball better than Adrian Peterson. So I think they can up his utilization in the passing game. But what really impressed me was down the stretch in the divisional playoff game against Pittsburgh, hurt his ankle, left the game for a while, and came back and helped power his team to a big victory. Remember, he had some dings at LSU that kept him out of a few games. I thought that was a breakthrough for Leonard Fournette. They go play action here on first down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Will Fuller, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. These Jags and Jets, they met in one of the stranger games a season ago, week 4, I believe it was, and got all the way down to 28 seconds remaining in OT before Chandler Catanzaro ended it for the Jets with a 41-yard field goal to win 23-20.
One of the highlights of the season for the Jets. But how about the Jaguars finishing their year at the AFC Championship game?
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Marcus Mariota, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And now let's see how the young rookie bounces back. First drive and interception. How will he handle it?
And I think this is where your leaders step up for you, right? Your veteran guys put a big arm around him. All right, guy, had one. Don't worry about it. Let's get out there and let's roll. And I'm also eager to see what the offensive coordinator is going to do. How much confidence does he have in him? Does he go safe now, or does he continue to run the full game plan? He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Darnold now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running?
They keep it with Fournette on first down. It's around him, and he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Will Fuller, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go #1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to #3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Off of play action, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's got it. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, it's Bortles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. We'll remind you once again, coming up at halftime, we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He's got stats and scores from around the NFL as we wrap up the first month of the season.
No longer is he a rookie, the coach, a true veteran now.
A crafty veteran. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
So right, so right. So left, so left. Green side.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Taken from just outside the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
Let's go!
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go!
Here's Darnold. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He was looking for a Nunwa there, and it's 3rd and short.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Chris Herndon with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 34 yards there at a first down. Well, so much for keeping him under 100 yards, Charles. You said earlier they needed to keep him in the double digits. Last run puts him over 100 already.
Yeah, we're still in the first half. Long way to go.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff. Now Kessler. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. Will Fuller on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Marcus Mariota, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Darnold on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Powell. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Darnold from the gun. Nunez got it, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Wind at his back now. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at the juke. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a...
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Will Fuller, 70 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now Leonard Fournette. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Fournette proven to be even more dangerous this year than as a rookie, as the Jags come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Down right around the 25. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Kessler. Hard throw, incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's a give to Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing is Kessler on third down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Kessler. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Kessler. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The pitch goes to Yeldon, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now Kessler on 2nd down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long. It's Kessler. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And the Jets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Darnold. And a hit turned it over the middle. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Detroit! Detroit!
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he stopped immediately there. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Over!
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Shotgun snap, Kessler. Throw outside, complete. It's Cole. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold dumps off to Powell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Here we go. 3-19.
To the air again, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Again, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though.
All right, here we go.
Darnold to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.